Welcome to the very first edition of the Seven Figure Estate Agent. My name is Arthur Charles. That will also be the last time that I say my name on this podcast. So the podcast came about. After I found out that there's a lot of young estate agents that came into the industry. I came into the industry as a 52-year-old. So a lot of them came into the industry with unrealistic expectations. They came into the industry thinking that it's all glitz and glamour. And yes, there's a lot of money to be made in real estate, but it's not all glitzy, it's not all glamorous, and there's a lot of hard work. If you see somebody driving an Audi A6 or you see somebody driving a Mercedes SUV, that is because firstly that person has been in it with their nose in it for many years, and they've built a reputation, they've built a rapport, they've built a sales engine from the ground up over decades. This is not you start today and 6 months later you pull out a brand new German sedan. It doesn't work like that. So a lot of people become, what's the word I'm looking for? The realization dawns that all is not moonshine and roses. And then they leave the industry. So I thought, let me take it upon myself to, after 19 months in this industry, start transmitting, or what's the word, man? Imparting what I have learned in this industry. And that is why I decided to start this podcast, the Seven Figure Estate Agency. So I thought for the very first episode of the Seven Figure Estate Agency, I begin at the beginning. I thought I'll tell my origin story. How did I get to where I am today as an estate agent with 19 months of experience under his belt? It all started 23 years ago in the year 2002. I saw a vacancy for a graphic designer for a property magazine. This magazine was owned by two German nationals, elderly lady and her son. It was based out in Kloof. Saw the vacancy. I was working in a mobile call center at the time, so I called the lady. I remember clearly it was on a Monday evening, and she was very welcoming. She was very warm, and we spoke, and the sentiments that she expressed was basically, listen, the job is already yours. 2 days later, on a Wednesday afternoon, I went and saw her. And the first time, when she saw me for the first time, you can see what I look like, I'm sure a lot of you watching this now don't expect this sound to come out of this mouth attached to this face. That's a story for another day. So when she saw me, she was really disappointed, needless to say. They offered excuses and I never got the job, which is fine. But that started a love affair with the magazine, so I started keeping my finger on the pulse of what goes into this magazine every month. At one point I thought about starting my own magazine like that, but I would check out this home guide magazine every single week on Fridays. They would deliver them to Musgrave Center. I had a PO box there. I would empty my PO box on the weekend and make sure that I get a copy. So I've been doing this for many years. Fast forward to 2017, a friend of mine, who's the husband of one of my former clients, come to me and says, listen, I've joined the local Remax franchise and I'd like you to help me with promoting the properties that I list, but also to help me with lead generation. I said, no problem, this is what I do every day, all day, blindfolded, hands tied behind my back, hopping on one leg. So I started helping him, and then he told me, I want you to monitor this one lady who's also an agent at the same office. And I've been monitoring that lady till now, 2025, since 2017. She is hot and happening. She has won multiple awards. She's done it all. You always see her on social media, sold. Testimonials. Thank you to this lady for helping me find my home. Thank you for helping me get this rental, all of those things. She's really hot and happening. So I've been keeping my finger on the pulse of what this lady is doing from 2017. And then in 2023, a property that I was living in went on the market, and the estate agent wasn't able to take pictures of the property to list it and to promote it. So he asked me to take the pictures at a time that was convenient for us. He was from Joburg, with the Keller Williams office. And so he had family in Durban, so he came, stayed with family, went back to Joburg, etc. So he never really knew where he was going to be also, so I took the pictures. And when he saw the pics I took, he was really impressed. Well, to me, it was just a thing. This is the stuff I do every day, all day in digital marketing. I take pictures, I use it in artwork, etc. So he was really impressed. And the one thing that dawned on me when he went, wow, was I could actually offer this to estate agents, doing real estate photography. But it never dawned on me that I would actually end up in the industry. So I just thought it was a nice thing that I could possibly do. And then we had to move out of that property after he got a buyer. The whole 3-month transfer story. After 3 months, you need to be out. So he got a buyer, and we needed to move. So I started looking, and I saw a lovely property with a pool and a patio, and an extra outbuilding garage, like a pool house type of thing. And we needed something like that. So I contacted the agent on Property 24 directly off the platform, and the agent gave me absolute silence. So I left it for 2 weeks, and then I went back to Property 24, got his number, messaged the agent, and his response to me was, "It's been sold. That's it. It's been sold." So me, I'm confused. I applied for a rental. I wanted to rent this property. Now you're telling me it's sold. Now I wasn't in the industry. I didn't understand it. I messaged him back a long message saying, this is what I asked you for, and this is what you came back to me with. I'm confused. What is happening? And then he explained to me that the property was listed as a rental, but it was also listed for sale. So they found a buyer, and then that's what happened. They sold the property. I let that go. I then went to another estate agent who I knew was with Remax, obviously from keeping up with what was happening in the magazine and online. Social media was now hot. Went to this guy. I know him from being a Morningside area specialist, and I wanted to live in Morningside. So I saw a place on Hollander Crescent, and I went to him. He spoke to me and treated me like I did not matter. One would think that as a salesperson, when you get a lead, you would be all over that lead because that is commission for you. And with rentals, and I know this now, with rentals, it is super urgent because that's commission right now at the end of this coming month. But this guy just didn't care. Some agents probably make a lot of money. And I just left it there. It's fine. And then I saw a third listing by a lady, estate agent that worked for Harcourts, and it was a little bit more expensive than the previous two, but we took that one because that lady gave me the time of day. We had a horrible experience at that house, in that the pipes were stolen. We replaced the pipes on the day we moved in. Some things were supposed to be done, that it wasn't done on the inspection sheet. It was supposed to be done. We were there for 6 months already and nothing was done. So we eventually left it. But the reason we took that property is because that lady actually gave us the time of day. So something else that happened in 2017 is a young Nigerian national called me out of the blue. I had an office on Kawi Road at the time, digital agency, team of 7. We worked from office space on Kawi Road. And out of the blue, this Nigerian national calls me up and tells me he wants to learn digital marketing. He wants to know more about digital marketing. Can I give him some time, sit with him, talk to him? I then took him to the Royal Hotel in the Durban CBD. We went there, we sat down. He didn't say it at the time, he said it in 2024 only. He was reasonably impressed with this man that doesn't know him from a bar of soap, but then took him for lunch, paid for his food. Anyway, and we spoke at length on that day, and then I made him come to the office from time to time, come and chill and just take in the vibe and do what you need to do online. But through that process, he got to learn digital marketing. He's quite proficient today. So after I had these bad experiences with his agents, I called this Nigerian gentleman up. In fact, I helped him with he was an agent with one agency, and then he went and got a franchise with another agency, and then he started his own. Him along with his wife, they started their own. So when they started their own, he sent me the logo. This is the logo that we're going to use, my new estate agency. I deconstructed the logo, reconstructed it, and I sent it back to him. I said, this should be your logo. And I explained why I'm saying this. That is the logo to this day. The one that I had, it's maybe a little bit enhanced, but that is the logo to this day, the logo I deconstructed and then reconstructed. So after my bad experience with these agents, I called this gentleman up and I said, you know what, in my digital agency, I now have a team of people, so I have a lot of time on my hands. I basically do pitches, and at the end of the month I do invoices and reports. So there's a lot of time that I do nothing. Can I come and be part of your estate agency and do the work that you guys do? Can I come and learn? But the objective there was to one day when I retire, I want to flip houses. You know, you buy a house, you do it up, you sell it, that sort of thing. So I want to learn about the industry. The man said, no problem, come. On the 15th of January 2024, I joined the estate agency. I have not looked back. I am now no longer in digital marketing. I am full-time in real estate, in property. I have been with Caritas Properties now for 19 months, and in my 19th month I decided I want to do more for the industry. I don't just want to be an agent that chases listings, chases leads, chases property owners, chase commissions, and chase clout. I want to be more. I want to do more. I want to work in the development of the industry. Now, we all know that taxi drivers are the worst drivers on the road. But have we ever asked ourselves why that is so? The main reason for taxi drivers being horrible is because they learned to drive from other taxi drivers. They were taught by other taxi drivers. So just like that, there are estate agents that have been taught by other estate agents that have been taught by other estate agents that have been in the industry for a gazillion years. So all they know is what they've been taught. They don't understand that there are better ways to do things. I'll give you an example. Estate agents believe that cold calling is the holy grail of sales in property. Pardon. I believe, obviously coming from a background in digital marketing, that it is not cold calling that is the holy grail. It is cold outreach that is the holy grail. Because now you can reach a prospect via inbox. You can reach a prospect via direct message. You can reach a prospect via text message, be it SMS or WhatsApp. You can reach a prospect via sending them a voice note. You can cold outreach a prospect via sending them a video clip of yourself speaking to what it is you offer. So there are multitude of ways that you can actually reach somebody cold. When I say cold, I'm talking about this person has never heard of you. They don't know you from above. So it's not just about calling anymore. It's about outreach. The world has evolved, but many estate agents have not evolved with the world. They have not evolved with the industry. So there are many things in the industry that estate agents still do the way it has been done in 1982. We are a long way from 1982. There are a lot of things. Just the other day, we did not have TikTok. Now every estate agent and their mother are on TikTok. They're recording TikTok videos, showing off properties, etc. And that's just one of the things that's completely new to the industry. Who knew that you could just walk through a property with your cell phone, show off, put a little bit of music over it, and voila, it becomes a TikTok. Thousands of people would actually view your face. The estate agent is nowhere to be seen. It is just a video of the property, and people would actually inquire, how much is the rent? Where is it located? When is it available? When can I view it, etc. And these are some of the things that didn't exist before. So the world has indeed evolved. And we as estate agents need to evolve with the world. So the 7-Figure Estate Agency podcast is my contribution to the evolution of the property industry. I would like to be both a catalyst, but I would also like to be a facilitator and a guide to the evolution of the world and the property industry with the 7-Figure Estate Agency. And like I said, in the coming weeks, you will be introduced to other estate agents. You will be introduced to people that you only see on your Instagram reels. You saw them on your TikTok, people that are selling properties that are worth millions, worth gazillions. And I'm going to give you a first-hand account of where these people started, what their process was to get to where they are today, and what the future looks like for them. I want to put that in your face so you also know what it is. I want to give you the step by step. These are the things that you need to do, because all these young estate agents know is what the old estate agents have taught them. Chase listings, chase commission, chase clout, chase whatever, and it's just a chase. In the new dispensation of creativity and technology, you have to become a giver before you can be a taker. These days people want to know what is the value that you bring to the table before they do business with you. So you need to now learn as a business person. Remember, every single entrepreneur owns their own business. They need to learn what it is to give first before you can ask or before you can take. And that's just one of the things that we're going to teach you on the 7-Figure Agency Estate Agent podcast. So something else that I'm busy with, and you will see it in future episodes, is I'm writing the definitive blueprint, also called the 7-Figure Estate Agent. I'm writing a 100-page ebook which agents can then read. They can download it. I'll probably charge you 99 Rand. The thing with giving things away for free is that nobody appreciates free. People devalue what they get for free. But if you pay 99 Rand for an ebook, a digital ebook that you can read on your phone, believe me, you are going to value it. You are going to read it, you are going to study it, and you are going to apply what you read in there, because you have spent money on it. So in a couple of weeks from now, on the 1st of August, we are launching our ebook, the 7-Figure Estate Agent. You can look forward to that. But you're going to, every Friday from today, when you see this, every Friday is going to be a new episode of the 7-Figure Agency podcast. You are going to hear from estate agents in Cape Town, estate agents in Joburg, estate agents in Kakamas, estate agents in Emalahleni, estate agents in Gaberga. You are going to hear from estate agents across South Africa, because there are people doing wonderful things everywhere in South Africa, and we want to expose all of them. We can all learn from each other, but if we don't connect, if that connection is not there. So that's another thing that this podcast will do. It will connect the industry. Eventually, we might even have socials where we get together at a restaurant in Sandton, bodega in Camps Bay, or something like that. Just estate agents talking estate agent business. Learn from each other, teach each other, rub off on each other, influence each other, impact each other, for the growth, the development, the upliftment, the enablement, and the empowerment of the entire property industry. So thank you for watching this episode. This has been the maiden episode of the 7-Figure Estate Agent. I'm not going to say my name again, because I said that was the last time I'm saying my name. So I want to thank you for listening to me, and we'll see you next week, Friday.